Looking here, we got the flames, we got the blue and white design. We got all this stuff left over. Now I'm also left with this, just the plain white ones. So, how did this happen? Why did it happen? And what am I gonna do? What's going on, everybody? Tanner here with another video. Hope you're all doing amazing, having a productive day. I'm here with my buddy Gibby. Got anything to say, buddy? Give me a high five. Give me a high five. High five. Good boy. But anyways, what I want to talk about in this video is about these fake AirPods. If you don't know, we can take it back a little bit, probably 6, 7, 8 months ago, maybe even. I saw these things being posted everywhere with Instagram influencers, Facebook ads, all this stuff. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go where opportunity goes. I'm going to go where the money is. So I'm going to go ahead and sell these. So I ended up buying inventory of all these different designs. All right, you know, we have the flames, the blue and the white, this camo, white, black, you know, all this stuff ready to go that stood out. So my way of standing out was by having these different designs and not just the white and black ones. And another thing that I didn't want to do was false advertising. I saw a lot of people that were selling these were using actual product images from Apple and selling them as AirPods. I never called mine AirPods in the marketing. I always said EarPods because I didn't want to make people think they're buying real Apple AirPods, because obviously if I'm selling these for 30 bucks and Apple ones cost 200 bucks, there's gonna be some kind of difference there. Obviously, they're not gonna be real Apple AirPods. So I made that clear to the potential customer, and I was just running all Facebook ads. So what I like to do with my ads is split variation with a video and an image to see which does best. So what I did was I spent a lot of time and effort making this very unique story ad for each individual design, and then I just made a very basic image for story posts. By the way, only story placement with Facebook ads. And I tested the image, very basic, took 1 minute to make, and then the videos that took over an hour to make for all of them. And you know which one worked best? The image, of course, the most simple one. So images don't always work better than videos, but sometimes when people already know what a product is, like what it does, then it'll be more effective to use an image because you can captivate their attention a little bit better or create some kind of meme to have them relate to it. But this literally just said, holiday sale, swipe up, $24.99. Something like that. I think I was selling the white ones for $24.99 and the design ones for $34.99. And I ended up getting sales and hit about $10,000 in revenue within the first month, but it was not as profitable as I wanted it to be. But I knew that I had a big advantage on some other people because I was shipping these in-house. So the shipping times were ridiculously fast compared to people drop shipping it. And also the quality control. Some of these were damaged and I didn't send them out if they were damaged because, you know, I don't want a customer to get, you know, a messed up product. So what ended up happening, to keep this story not super long, was basically it died out super fast. And sometimes you can make stuff work, but I kept pushing this, trying all these different things. And you know, with Facebook ads, there's no secret method, secret button. The opportunities are endless. There's multiple different things that you can do to try and run your ads, test products and stuff like that. But I could not get this stuff to move. So I was like, all right, you know, I'm not gonna keep dumping money into these ads if nothing's working for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and try some Instagram influencers. And I paid an influencer to do a story ad, and I sold a few, but I still just was not profitable. And I do not want to be sitting here on all this inventory like I am right now. But I think where I messed up was that I was limiting my options by only using story placements. I never tried any feed ads, only story placements. And I know even some people now are still selling these, because the reason why I sold them in the first place was because I saw all these other people doing it. I was like, there's got to be some kind of opportunity, some kind of you know, potential here. And my reasoning behind buying inventory instead of you know, dropshipping it was because for the custom designs, I could only find it by buying inventory with a specific supplier, and they wanted a minimum order quantity to, you know, make the custom designs. So I had to go through all that time and effort and money to get that here, and then the packaging materials, and then having to manually fulfill all this stuff, and it became just a waste of time for, you know, not necessarily a waste of time, but it was just like, if I put my time towards something else that was actually working, then I would be able to make, you know, more money, build my businesses, and not have to worry about this. So, you know, I was able to stay profitable somehow, but I'm missing out on a lot of potential money by sitting on this inventory. So to all of you guys, a little lesson I would go from here is, I've gone through this lesson now 2 times. Don't buy inventory unless something is doing very well and you have consistent sales, and you know that you can get rid of that inventory within a week or a couple of weeks or something like that, because as you start to get more sales, you can just buy more inventory. It's no big deal. But for me, I bought a ton of inventory. I think I bought over 1,000 units of these different EarPods, and now I'm sitting on, I think there's a few hundred left here, so a lot of potential revenue and even profit that I could have made. But I made several different mistakes by limiting myself with my options of ads, by only using the story placements, and I wasn't really paying attention to the fine-tuned details like I do now. Because the one thing versus story placements and feed is, you know, with the feed you can write an ad copy to get that potential customer to your website and then to eventually buy. But with Instagram stories, people are less likely to read the text if you add it on there. You know, I added the text, just said like holiday sale, swipe up for $24.99, and that's about it. There's no other, you know, super specific copy that I can add in there to make people want to buy, because Instagram, or Facebook, excuse me, limits how much text you can have on a story ad. But if I had a feed, you know, I would have the description, be able to write a bunch of stuff. So I think I could have gotten a lot further with this business. And honestly, I think another factor of it was my lack of discipline. I was not happy with the results, you know, as it started to die out a little bit. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna move on to the next thing. But I think for me, one thing that I've learned from this is that I just need to stick with something. If something's working for me, or if I want to make something work, I just need to stick with it. Instead of bouncing from venture to venture, trying all these different things, you know, sort of like the shiny ball syndrome is sort of what I had, you know, at that time, like 6, 7, 8 months ago. So I've learned a lot from that, and I actually just made this video because I was at my parents' house for the weekend watching the dogs, and I saw the inventory sitting here, and it reminded me, and I thought I would share this quick story with you guys. But it is what it is. It's not always success here. You know, I fail at stuff too, and this is one of those businesses that, you know, I wouldn't necessarily call it a failure, but I'm, you know, losing a lot of potential revenue by this inventory just sitting here. So that's my fault. I definitely take the blame for that. It was just me. There weren't any business partners, and I've learned a lot of lessons from that, and even a lot from the ads, from spending the money on ads and trying these different things and getting people to buy low ticket stuff. That's why now with Facebook ads, I never sell any low ticket stuff. It's always high ticket. So that's the story of the fake AirPods. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.